Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are already into the game. We'll be dropping in that bad boy real quick. Not too much heading in, so we won't mess around. Get us into the game.
Wow. All right, so we got the double ramp special.
Whoop,
Who
whoop.
do you like? Do you like the more traditional, I say more traditional, Treant Lycan, of course, the one that's kind of, you've seen some Omni Knight in place of that sometimes. Or do you like the Darkseer and Beastmaster?
Wow. You know what, SUNSfan? I got to say, Darkseer, Beastmaster, very nice here. I think that that ability to ramp up and to move, especially with a unit like Beastmaster, where you're able to relocate him for a very essential, very essential call at level 7. What do you call that one? Actually, what is that one? A roar?
Primal Roar. Yeah.
I like to call it a call.
Well, he's not calling anything. There's no telephone involved. He's roaring.
Ring-a-ding-ding, get the hell out of here is what he says.
That could be a cosmetic for Valve if you're listening in the future.
Valve, please be listening.
Please.
Please listen to my ideas.
By the way, only one unearthed secrets between the two of them, and it was already drawn and played by Barry into the second lane.
Very nice.
Are you just going to do that all game?
I literally am. Salamania's favor and Stars Align are going to be drawn out at exactly a round you want it at. Round 4. We don't have the big cards yet, but they are coming, of course.
Look at this, buddy. You got one ramp card, Salamanes, and you got one of each of the big boys that you like to see.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is nice. Big boy on campus going to eat up that wolf.
Yikes.
That might be one reason that people are not favoring Lycan recently, is because there's so many red cards that can just take out that wolf right away.
Yep.
It's hard for it to survive. If it does survive, it's unbelievable good, right? All right, so Salamaning the first lane, so both sides actually. So
Here
this is
we
going to
go.
be this is going to be an interesting one. Of course, as we talked about, DPM still hasn't drawn into her high cards as of yet, but she does have the Stars Align, which means next turn she can actually cast something massive if she draws it.
But she has to draw it first, SUNSfan. We can't
That's
rely
correct.
on
So
RNG.
she does have to draw it.
SUNSfan, she does have to draw it. Now, Vicious Nasal Goo.
Viscous.
I call it vicious because this shit's vicious against Axe. This tears down his only special. He doesn't even have any ability besides that armor. She just tore a piece of it.
He doesn't really wear clothing, right? So what is the armor exactly?
Just the cod piece.
The cod?
Just melt that
That's
thing
two
off.
armor.
Two off.
Wow. That's some strong cloth.
That's a lot of cod. Anyway, we've got a lot of mana in this first lane. Barry don't have that Stars Line. He's got all the cards that he could ever need, though, if he happens to get it. And DPM.
That's just what we're looking for, these top decks. These are going to be pretty huge. Axe expected to go to the first lane. We've talked about Darkseer in the past with the Surge ability. Comes up every 2 rounds, so it's going to be active this one.
I'd get the lead out of there, huh? Put him in the second lane. Keep feeding the beast.
All right, let's see what the top decks are going to be. Stars Align again into nothing.
No.
And no Stars Align here. So neither player... Oh, okay, we didn't see the smash. That is very strong.
Yeah, that took what was a very even fight and turned it right around.
Of course, we know that technically wouldn't have mattered if the high cards were here for DPM because she does have Stars Align. She might just put a Rose Leaf down.
I think that's the play.
Does she play smash? She has 1 smash.
1 smash?
And Barry runs 2.
In this meta? Question mark?
That depends on what you're playing against, right? Obviously, mono, you want it. Red-green, you want it. Yeah,
I think
agree.
you want smash in every single deck. You're up against ramp decks, which need Salamene. You're up against blue decks, which need the Agnan Sanctum. You ain't running 3 smash. You're about to get smashed. That's what I'm saying, Daddy-O. Hey-o!
Right, going for the potential arrow. Not going to find it, but Cheeseburger Man is still hungry for more.
Send him to Arby's.
Prevents Rose Leaf Druid from being played as well, so...
Get that man out of there.
It's not too bad, actually.
Oh, a sacrifice of Cheeseburger Man. He could have gone into this lane and lived, SUNSfan.
Both players pretty happy that neither of their opponents drew anything crazy in terms of Star Align combos.
I don't think
So
DP's too happy, but...
What?
I mean, having all those Stars Align,
That is a lot of plushies in her background.
that is a mountain of plushies, I would say.
That is a lot.
I wish I had that many friends in real life. Maybe
Everyone's
just 1 plushie.
Richard? Do you have Richard's phone number?
My only friend
Unearthed
is
Secrets
Richard.
draws a little bit more. We got 2 Time of Triumph. So Barry right now is set up for the late game, 100%.
That is nice, but what we do have is enough magic. Now, it is going to be 8 mana here. Maybe she does draw that nice...
She doesn't have initiative, my friend.
Oh, no.
So this is a Time of Triumph. I expect LC to go to this lane as well. Yeah, a triple Time of Triumph is soon to come. You also have the Blink Dagger, so you can relocate one of them. You also have Surge!
We love Surge here. It drives us bananas. We love it.
And no Ion Shell bricked cards yet.
There is one Ion Shell, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, you got to have one.
So we have an ability to move to go ahead and Time of Triumph all 3 heroes and move
Can DPM
2
top
of them
deck,
out.
though? If she can top deck Time of Triumph on her own, then this is huge. Here
Give
we
me
go.
that.
No. Oh!
Celemane's favor. Not really a favor here today. More of a Celemane's curse.
All right, so let's look at this moment in time and see how much of a difference this will make in the game. We've seen it before.
Okay.
This isn't a super early Time of Triumph.
Okay.
The ones that we've seen have lost consistently somehow.
It's not somehow. It's just like when I played Dota. If I win the lane too hard, my carry grows complacent, and we always lose. You have to put in a modium of shittiness in everything. Imodium.
Amodium.
And that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said
Imodium.
Imodium.
Going to level 8 here, using a Stars
spring.
line, I guess gonna spring the trap on the mid lane for some massive damage?
I think you go to the last lane most likely.
A foolish mistake by a stupid man.
It's very likely that Barry will just give up this mid lane.
I will bet my Chinese food.
Oh.
And that spring the trap is going to be going middle.
So that was a very early surge. A little bit surprised by that. This could have been somewhat of a fake out even. Barry's expecting Time of Triumph to follow as well, right? But we're going to see Spring the Trap, which is far less
my Chinese food.
Strong.
No.
Far less.
Oh,
all right.
Hey,
That's a lot of damage to Axe,
That's
though.
okay.
That's 8 damage.
And now the die has been cast. We know exactly what we have here is no Time of Triumph, no big 8-mana cards. The attempted bait, potentially, from dpmlicious has been shown to have nothing.
Yeah.
And another Cheeseburger Man falls.
Yeah, we'll be fed to Legion Commander. Oh, phase boost to follow, though, so
oh, Jesus.
Might just be going for this Axe kill after all.
Please don't hurt me.
Oh, he will. He will hurt you real bad.
Although, we still on that Blink Dagger. Maybe Legion Commander decides to...
Oh! The surge into the exact spot you want to be in.
That's badass, baby.
Yeah, so DPM is really struggling here as a result of these card draws. She just didn't get any of her high-end ones that she needs. And that's kind of the risk of playing... I say it's the risk, but everybody's playing this deck in some variation, right?
Oh, yikes. That is so many resources to keep Axe alive. You put a boot on, you give him a Fountain Flask, you move him, you sacrifice another unit.
Yeah, this is crippling.
Oh, that is... And just countered. I mean, that hurts. That is like 3 cards put down to save this boy, and he goes out.
This is very crippling indeed. So, DPM at the massive disadvantage for now.
Ugh.
Jasper Daggers onto LC. Just to do a little bit extra damage, I suppose, onto that tower. And here comes a Berserker's Call. Not like anything could have been done. You could have played Celemanes if you kept initiative somewhere else, but I mean, Barry's winning every single lane.
Oh, Barry.
Every single lane.
Very nice job there.
And with the Darkseer in that first lane, you can keep just feeding other lanes if he needs to.
Yeah, this is
You can just play Emissary and then feed him like we talked about yesterday, right?
But let's talk about DPM's win condition here.
Yes.
Not looking good.
I was waiting for it.
We do have, you know, round 8 has naturally come nearly, so a lot of these high ramp cards will be played out pretty soon. And in these kind of ramp v ramp, it really is who's making the best decisions in the late game. Who's getting that clutch move, who's getting the Blink Dagger, who's positioning right. So there is always a chance, but with this kind of strong lead and with the strength of Darkseer, that makes every unit...
I'm sorry to interrupt.
What?
Very important, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Barry's sweater is amazing.
It is...
Glorious.
The Chinese do beat us in a lot of things.
Is that a sweater? Is that a shirt or a sweater?
They beat us in memes and they beat us in clothing. That thing is, it's like some kind of nerd camouflage. I love it.
I actually love that.
I love it.
I need to message this guy.
Maybe I'll get you one for the holidays.
It's past the holidays. So
well, next holiday.
Sure, man. This hand is like concedable.
That is atrocious.
Like I would concede almost at this point. This is some of the worst draws I've ever seen for... Oh, God.
Oh, SUNSfan.
Oh, God.
Put her down.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this is absolutely abysmal. I mean, we have not seen anything higher than 4 mana. 1 enough magic. That's all you got. None of these cards that you're hoping for. Enough magic, not a bad play here to stop any kind of goofing, but that's the best card she had.
Yeah. And there's going to be a duel here, so preventing the Time of Triumph is obviously quite huge. Even the Emissary that was in hand. I mean, Barry has every card, though. That's the problem.
He has everything.
So this delays things just 1 turn, which DPM desperately needs, obviously, because she just needs more card draws. If she bricks on this next one, then I mean, I still don't think there's any way to come back in this game.
Pro players don't abandon the game.
That's not true. That is definitely not true at all. All right,
Here's
axe.
what you do. You heal the axe right here. Okay.
You're just going to go for that second. You're going to focus on lane 1 and 2, it seems.
The axe. Well, you know, can't fault DPM for this one. Sometimes the card draw, when you play these kind of decks that have to have these big cards, you're building everything for them. You don't get them, then you don't win.
All right, this is the turn that 100% she has to draw something good, or else there's 0% chance.
Pray to Richard.
And the problem is she has no relocation ability. There's no Blink Daggers. There's no Surge. Obviously, she's not playing Darkseer. Surprised that Lycan's even going to this lane, to be perfectly honest. Maybe just put 1 here on the last lane so you can secure that relatively quickly, but...
I think you have to put somebody in that middle lane. I mean,
to do what, though? I don't know.
Yeah, it's atrocious.
Right in front of Beastmaster again.
Oh.
All right, let's see these card draws.
DPM.
And no, and wow!
Okay, that is a give up.
Wow!
That is a. I have been dealt the hint. This was not my game. That's what you get for playing a ramp deck, though.
The cat in the background cannot believe what it sees.
That cat.
Absolutely disgusted. It will definitely make those plushies pay.
Yeah, those plushies are getting humped tonight. Viciously.
That's not exactly what I meant, for sure. Viciously. Vicious nasal good.
Ew, that's disgusting. At any rate, yeah, man, this is just not the game to win. This is what happens, though, when you put yourself in a situation where your deck has 1 win condition, and that is to draw big boy cards. And you gotta have multiple ones, but I mean, it is very popular.
I do like this move. You get the mist off in the last lane. It could potentially find lethal at some point, but we're seeing another Time of Triumph.
Jesus.
That's ×2 on Darkseer and LC, and that will take this tower.
We'll take the game, I would have to assume. I mean, we still have a duel available, too.
Well, this mid lane, yeah, Berserker's Call would do it. Duel would do it if initiative is going back the other way, but...
That gotta feel so bad. 2 stars aligned in a Celemania in round 1, and you never find an 8 card.
You can't win. Oh, all right, so initiative is given up now. I don't think Barry needs to do anything at this point.
But you won't believe this next move from DP. Here it comes.
All right, going for the death to try to get a ghetto TP of some sort, I suppose. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Wrong person.
And... Wait, what? Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's okay. I tried to let you finish that time to backpedal
Double
again.
duel.
Got him! We did get the duel, so that is not going to be lethal as she thought.
Okay.
However, the duel coming out
but
for
initiative
Barry.
is still with Barry, so Berserker's Call is going to come in the second turn, or second lane.
We can Elite here to save lethal. That is possible. Stonehall Elite to block the Legion and give yourself 1 more round. Yeah?
Yeah, I think you have to. You've already given up initiative, so.
Yeah, you just have to assume mid's gone. I mean, there's no hope.
No.
Hey.
I mean, she's got to play in a way that she thinks that possibly she can hold on 1 turn. I don't know.
I mean, at this point, I can't really fault her for doing anything. I mean,
I'd be mega tilted.
This is just a miserable game for her.
You can't win with this hand. I think that it's not off. I feel like this doesn't happen that often because in terms of like my casting experience with Artifact, I haven't experienced 1 game where I'm just like, there's a 0% chance you win based on the cards you got this game because there's always something.
Yeah.
But honestly, this hand was one of the worst I've ever seen.
However, though, hey everybody, you can't really blame. Do you blame the game for that, or do you blame yourself? You built a deck that has
Everyone's
1
running
win
this
condition.
deck.
I don't care. You built a deck that has 1 win condition. A strong deck has multiple. People complain about arrows. There's cards to change
1
arrows.
win condition. What's the 1?
Draw your 8 cards. If you go through a game, you never draw an 8 card, you don't win.
That's not true at all. We've seen plenty of games where they win just by living throughout.
That they never get an 8 card.
The problem is that we got to that point. The problem is it's a mirror. One person got lucky, the other person got extremely unlucky.
I
That's
understand. I understand. But the deck.
It doesn't sound like you understand.
The deck does not win if you don't get an 8. That's it.
Well, that's true.
You're probably going to get one.
But you can say that about any deck.
That's not true.
Name one deck where you don't get any of the cards you need for your win condition.
Well, that's because in this particular deck, there are only 6 cards. If you don't draw one of those 6, you are going to lose. There are other decks that exist.
I mean, there's Spring the Traps.
Yeah.
That's 9 cards.
Sure. That's not going to... All right, we need to get back into this game. Ladies and gentlemen...
You are the worst!
If you agree with me, please tweet at SUNSfan TV and tell him he's a piece of garbage. If you disagree with me, then go ahead and tweet at Valve. See what they say.
Richard Garfield.
Go and tweet at Richard Garfield if you disagree with me, and he'll ban your ass.
Looks like we're going to see the Bronze Legionnaire swap. So DPM playing the same ramp deck.
Yikes.
And Barry, as we kind of talked about earlier, is going to be playing the red-black. It's kind of a mixture of things, but it has the late game Time of Triumph, the Chain Frost, which have been very, very underwhelming this tournament.
Yeah, I think we've been calling them a 7-mana hipfire. I mean, it's...
Well, that's you.
That's what I've been calling them.
Yeah.
But it has just not been great. And, man, if you're already going to have PA in your deck, you know you're already going to have gank. Why not get a Tinker? We've seen so many utilities. 7 damage is a ton, mixed with laser as well, to make sure that your enemy can't even hurt you if you gank in the same lane. Lich has been hyped up.
Yeah,
I don't believe it.
I mean, there's a lot of red-black decks that kind of... They play around with different strategies because I think it's the most diverse of the color combos.
Yes, very diverse.
It is diverse. I mean, PA, yeah, is in every
You
deck.
have to have You get to be very diverse. You have Bristleback, Legion Commander, PA, Axe, and then very diverse on that last pick.
Well, I'm talking about there's so many different kinds. You have this kind of a deck that we're seeing now. We
Sure.
have the Gold Creation decks, and we have aggro. That's 3 different completely
No one's going to
different
argue with you
styles.
that black decks do have the most ability to be played in the most different ways.
Yes.
Except they all have PA in gank.
That's true. They all have PA. Selmay's favor is available for DPM, and she does have the high-end cards this time around.
Hello.
So already a much better start for her. The question is, where does she want to go with it?
Yeah, that Arcane Sensor actually
Yeah.
does cause some problems in that first lane. I
The
mean,
Arcane Sensor here.
Huh?
Yep, the Arcane Sensor.
That's the Tyler Estate Sensor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is an Arcane Sensor?
He censors the arcane. That's a lore word. What are you, stupid?
Okay.
It's a quick way to say. Oh, I'm
right,
sorry.
go
I
ahead
didn't
and
say
continue.
the Tyler Estate Sensor. I'm
Thank
a
you.
caster. I need to speak quickly.
You are not a caster.
I hate you.
I hate you so much.
You ate a banana and you left the peel here on my side.
I don't eat bananas.
You
That's
left
not
the
me.
banana, and I've had to deal with this all day, this disgusting banana peel, and deal with your shit.
Literally. Well, Salmon Favor was not played. Viscous Nasal Goo was instead.
Vicious.
And we'll see how this transpires from here on out. But yeah, you're right. The Tyler State Sensor did kind of throw a loop here for DPMs.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of people holding on to the Salamani's favor for quite some time, despite being at 4, 5, 6 mana. I always throw that thing out. Is there a reason you don't throw that out just in case? I mean, more mana equals less problems, especially if you have nothing else to play.
Well, I think right now, the idea was to put the Rose Leaf in the mid.
Yeah.
You're at 6 mana now.
Yeah, put the
You sell the Manis from here, and then you can just straight up Time of Triumph.
That is a very good point. But if she is knocked out here at round 5 with
This
a PA, very rough.
These 2 heroes are having a lot of trouble.
Just get Salamani out before it's too late.
I mean, you can sell a Mani and then TP one person. I think the green hero is probably a little bit more valuable considering you're playing the ramp deck, although your hand is pretty heavy in the red department.
I think you definitely blink out, put down Salamani.
Actually, you can save both. That's true.
Yeah,
You can
blink out Bristle
TP.
and save the Treant.
Yeah.
And Time of Triumph for the next lane.
Problem is this.
Yeah.
So enough magic can stop this. Selame's favor will give up initiative, and I think if you're Barry,
Oh
you
my
just
God.
chill. I mean, you can't play anything anyway.
Yeah.
So enough magic will almost 100% come out in this mid lane.
Oh, that is a rough yet again for DP. This is the move that she needs. She needs to get those heroes in there, get Time of Triumph, and get moving. And ooh, not enough magic really does destroy that. That's gonna be rough.
God, I cannot stop looking at Barry's sweater right now. It is glorious beyond belief. It looks like something from like Mario.
Mario.
Yeah,
he
so
says.
really fucked up Mario.
What are you talking
I
about?
don't know.
Mario on LSD trip,
Yeah,
maybe.
Minecraft maybe. All right, so initiative, like we talked about on Barry's side, expect enough magic to come out now that he's 8 mana.
And boom!
And it's just going to delay things one more turn. She'll be back up to 8 mana next turn because the Rose Leaf did die.
Yeah. But definitely,
Oh, dear. Oh,
let's go all in.
4-man time of triumph.
Let's go 5-man time of triumph, baby.
Does she go to the first lane?
I think so. She'd be real goofy to put 4-man time of triumph. I'll say that. You'd have to be going for a real quick 80 damage.
If she gets Blink Dagger, then maybe she can open herself up to a little bit more.
Yeah.
The possibility of that 4-man time of triumph. But yeah, that's very risky.
I mean, Blink does come off cooldown next time. So Bristleback technically does get to leave the lane.
True.
So maybe, I mean, she's already doing lethal.
Well, no. You mean this turn or next turn? The turn after this.
Yes.
Correct.
So she could put down time of triumph this time. Then next time, take out the Bristleback. But yeah, I think that's a smart decision. Let's not go too ham here. We already have 3 heroes. Don't get too greedy.
Yeah, that Tyler Estate Sensor is just, it's almost like this, just don't come in this lane type of unit, right? You, especially with these ramp decks, you really need to get to that special mana amount. Stars Align is there, but obviously no green here in that last lane, so it's not going to be efficient.
Nice duel there, 14 damage on that creep. Ugh. At least he didn't have to use Berserker's Call. So clear that bad boy out, and we're doing some almost half damage with Mercenary. We will be doing more than half damage.
Indeed. Do you pump it?
You don't pump it. You don't pump it.
Are you actually blinking, though?
Oh, that extra 1 damage.
It matters.
Yes.
All right, so this is a definite time of triumph. Unfortunately, cannot blink out to any other lanes, so...
Or is it?
You can... I mean, there's nothing else to be done.
Or is it?
It's too good.
You could Stars Align, Mist of Avernus, and then Time of Triumph.
No, Stars Align will only give you 2 mana extra. So that's not how the math works, unfortunately.
You could.
If you could try, you would fail horribly.
You could smash your own defenses, draw another card, Mist of Avernus, to another star.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. All right, showing some patience here. Very interesting.
I like that move. You already took the tower.
Initiative is very important. She wants to enough magic to be able to survive in this lane. So obviously she sacrificed quite a lot to do that.
I mean, she got the tower though, and now those heroes aren't trapped and Time of Triumph. She still has 2 Time of Triumphs in there. So now she can Time of Triumph the 3rd lane after blinking Bristle out of the middle.
She can, but that's all she can do. And there's 3 heroes here for Barry. This Tyler Estate Sensor literally won that lane by itself, essentially.
Yep.
Nobody has come in this lane ever since. Probably the best counter to any sort of ramp deck that we've seen. 7 mana means Spring the Trap is available, which will be used. Barry is looking extremely good, and Blink Dagger is also up, and I believe he has... Does he have lethal without Axe here? Yes, exactly lethal, in fact.
Well, that is unfortunate. So Barry is going to be probably blinking out here, ensuring this. Not only that, he's still got Hootie Cootie. He can coup de grace in this next lane after the blink. Very balanced ability. And
I believe Treant Protector will be the one that is killed, just based on the fact that it'll be the only green hero there.
Yeah.
And yeah, you basically just have to time a Triumph here. This is really unfortunate, though.
I mean, yet again, very quick game. Maybe putting in a little bit too much effort on that middle lane to make sure that we got that left 2 open. And yeah, that is rough.
I mean, we see the power of this deck from Barry. Able to find his Blink Daggers has been huge as well.
Oh, not the best positioning there either. Preventing maybe 2 arrows spawning.
I mean, Berserker's Call, even if you go for Stars Align into whatever you want.
Hootie Cootie!
I'm just going for that, just to prevent any sort of crazy Berserker's Call. And that's going to do it. That's going to be 2-0 for Barry in very convincing fashion. First game, we chalked it up to... I mean, I wouldn't say he was... I mean, I didn't think he was lucky in the first game. It's just that she was very unlucky. Yeah. But second game, she did find the cards she needed, but didn't find the real opportunity to get those huge Time of Triumphs off, so it was a bit unfortunate. So
I will say, though, I am still very hopeful. I don't think that DPM really got the opportunity to showcase the skills in that one. It was just a very open and shut series because of that first game, so we'll see more of her, or see more of him, but let's see some more of our panel right now. We'll shoot it back to them.